And here's today's announcements. Today is Friday, February 3rd, day 1. A reminder to students, school will be in session Monday, February 6th due to a snow makeup day. Band pictures are scheduled for this morning. Band members should check into first period class and then report to the band room. PSSA testing starts April 3rd for 7th and 8th grade students. After school tutoring will start Monday, February 13th. Students who attend will have a chance to win a daily, a weekly, and a final grand prize. Schedules will be posted. Short sleeve tie-dye tornado t-shirts are available for purchase in the high school office. Order and money are due today to get them in time for playoffs. Cost is $12 and supports the Lady Tornadoes basketball team. Today is the last day to cast your ballot for the school-wide Positive Behavior Team Super Bowl contest. Write your name and the score on the ballot in the high school office. One student and one adult will be chosen today to win a Super Bowl party basket. And here's Sarah with today's news.
The game of the year is this Sunday when the New England Patriots play the Atlanta Falcons, and a lot of people will be watching. However, there are some who don't enjoy football as much as others. Such people do not have to despair in the boredom because there are multiple alternatives to watching the Super Bowl. First, you might like to make a dinner reservation. While everyone is watching the game, the most exclusive eateries might be clear of people and you'll have a place to yourself. Many people who choose not to watch the Super Bowl tune into Animal Planet to view the annual, very popular and very entertaining Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl shows cute and cuddly puppies playing on the mock field. Other people may like to spend the time catching up on their favorite TV or Netflix shows, or favorite pastimes such as reading a good book, crafting, or baking. Lastly, people can spend money but also save money by going on a shopping spree. Many stores and brands have game day sales, so if you decide not to watch the game, go ahead and consider some of these Sunday options. Over the years, there have been many memorable Super Bowl halftime show performances, and this year's sure to be one of the ranks. The very talented Lady Gaga was asked to perform this year's show after her inspiring rendition of the national anthem last year, and she is sure to pull out a showstopper. Some more memorable halftime shows from the years past include Beyoncé reuniting with Destiny's Child in 2013, Prince's 2007 performance of Purple Rain, In the Rain, U2 honoring victims of 9/11 in 2002, and Michael Jackson's Heal the World themed show in 1993, which featured children from countries around the world. There have been many rumors and speculations of what may happen and what songs Gaga will perform. Will she sing her classics, new songs off her album Joanne, or a combination of both? Will there be any surprises? Knowing Lady Gaga, probably. But you'll have to tune in this Sunday at halftime of Super Bowl 51 to see. Here's another alternative to Football Sunday. This Sunday from 12 to 4, the Frackville Rotary is hosting their annual one-day-only Cinderella's Closet at the Schuylkill Mall in Frackville. The Rotary collects gently used prom dresses throughout the year and then opens the store to the public for one day only. All dresses cost only $10 each, with an additional bargains on accessories such as shoes, purses, and jewelry, many for only $1. Cinderella's Closet is located across from the Master Cuts at Schuylkill Mall, and this one-day event starts at noon on Sunday. Prom can get expensive, but going to the right place, you could look like royalty for just a few bucks. Today's word of the day is gargantuan. The crowd at Sunday's big game will be gargantuan. Stay tuned to find out what gargantuan means. And we'll be right back with Chili and Brad after the weather.
long, grueling 16-game season and playoffs, we have finally confirmed who's going to play in Super Bowl 51. We can all agree that this NFL season has been terrible all across the board, but everyone is pumped for what should be a barn burner.
The New England Patriots and Atlanta Falcons will face up February 5th in Houston, Texas, after each having fantastic seasons, but the Patriots are favored to win this matchup not only by the public, but by the experts.
While very true, you can't count the Falcons out. Matt Ryan has been the only quarterback, other than Aaron Rodgers, to score over 30 points a game throughout his last 6 games, and we see Atlanta's defense step up against the Packers in the AFC Championship game.
On the topic of quarterbacks, one that comes to mind has to be the Patriots' Tom Brady, who seems to be getting better with age. Despite missing 4 games due to a suspension, he's a strong MVP candidate, posting a 28-2 touchdown interception ratio and a 112.2 QBR.
I agree that Tom Brady is a great quarterback, but the Falcons aren't a one-man show. With 38 TDs on the year, Matt Ryan is a huge factor, but the receiving core of the Falcons are big, fast, and strong veterans who have been in the league a while. And while Mohamed Sanu is sure-handed and Tyler Gabriel is capable of having a big play at any time, we all know about Julio Jones. Standing 6'3" and being one of the quickest receivers in the league, he's a huge threat the Pats are going to have to account for. And Julio is averaging over 100 yards a game, which will open up the entire Falcons playbook.
Julio Jones will certainly be a factor, but don't count out the Patriots' #1 D-back, Malcolm Butler, who we all know comes up big in the Super Bowl. The Patriots also have a trio of small, shifty receivers headlined by Julian Edelman and the goal line threat LeGarrette Blount, who led the league in rushing touchdowns with 17. They will look to make an impact and pick up the slack left by injured Rob Gronkowski, who is always a big part in New England's Super Bowl runs.
We all hear about LeGarrette Blount's touchdowns, but even I could lead the league in rushing TDs if Brady and his O-line got me down to the 1-yard line every other drive. If we were going to talk about a run game, we should start with the 1-2 punch of Devonta Freeman and Tevin Coleman. Both are fast, patient, and hard-nosed runners, averaging over 110 yards rushing a game. Freeman and Coleman are also great out of the backfield, which is a valuable weapon for Atlanta that's hard to account for.
We could argue all day long who has the better skills at quarterback, but what it all comes down to is the Super Bowl experience. The dynamic duo of Tom Brady and Coach Bill Belichick have just that. Both coach and QB will have set the NFL record for most Super Bowl appearances with 7 each, while they are both going for their 5th Super Bowl win.
Experience is a big factor, but there's a flip side to it as well. This is the Falcons' 2nd Super Bowl appearance of all time, the other being back in '99, and the Denver Broncos handily won that game. There's a sense of hunger that the team has, the drive that has instilled in the players to finally take a Super Bowl home. Atlanta is always loyal to their sports teams, but there was only one national championship in pro sports, that being the Atlanta Braves taking home the World Series in '95. I believe the Falcons are determined to bring a championship back to Atlanta, Georgia.
While I think it's going to be a close game, my pick is New England Patriots. Experience is everything in the biggest stage of them all, and I believe Coach Belichick will figure out a way to counter Atlanta's high-powered offense with Tom Brady's dominant pass game and their strong red zone run game. With Atlanta's defense being up and down all year, it could come down to a 2-minute drive from Tom Brady or a game-winning field goal from Steven Gostkowski.
As you could probably tell from this entire debate, I'm sticking with the Falcons in this game. They say defense wins championships, but when there are a couple defense that are absolutely awful, it'll definitely be a shootout. They call him Matty Ice for a reason, and when the game gets tough, I'm sure he'll find a way with Julio and Freeman by his side. And if it does come down to a field goal, we can't forget the times good old Gostkowski choked, Extra point last year when he missed, just throwing it out there, Considering Matt Bryant is perfect this year from inside 50, but only one team could hoist up the Lombardi Trophy.
There you have our predictions. We'll have to wait until Sunday to find out who comes out on top. The game starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox.
And back to MCA sports. Tonight, the boys varsity basketball team will host South Williamsport for their last home game of the regular season, with JV starting at 6.
Junior high boys basketball compete tonight and tomorrow at the Southern Columbia tournament.
And on Saturday, the junior high varsity wrestling will host Berwick at home starting at noon.
And the boys varsity basketball team travels to North Schuylkill for a non-league matchup. JV starts at 6.
And that's all for today's sports. I'm Colin Herb.
And I'm Brad Sherrock, and now back to the news desk.
Thanks, guys. And if you want to get some chili for your Super Bowl party, here's an option. Divine Redeemer Church in Mount Carmel is hosting a homemade soup, chili, and baked goods sale this Saturday, February 4th, from 10 to noon. Available soup flavors include beef vegetable, Italian wedding, ham and bean, or potato soup. The soup and chili will be sold by the court, and a variety of homemade baked goods will be available for purchase. Stop by Divine Mercy Hall on the 400 block of Cherry Street, Mount Carmel on Saturday from 10 to noon for homemade soup, chili, and baked goods. All proceeds benefit Divine Redeemer Parish and their mission. Gargantuan is an adjective believed to be from Spanish, Portuguese, and was the first used during the Shakespeare times in 1596. It means tremendous in size, volume, or degree. The crowds at Sunday's big game will be gargantuan. And for today's lunch, meatball hoagie, tater tots, peaches, and choice of milk. And for Monday's breakfast, pancakes with syrup, whole grain cereal with toast, assorted bagels, chilled juice or fruit, and low-fat milk. And congratulations to the following Tornado Pride winners who can bring a friend to the Super Bowl Blitz party today during homeroom in Miss Sardinsky's room 111. Dawson Schaffler, Mara Dieter, Mackenzie Witt, Sky Whitner, Kevin Stankiewicz, Luke Winger-Novich, Jacob Zima, Emily Olsowski, Ty Tanny, Angela Stockhull, Dustin Blessing, RJ Salvado, Judy Conafani, Marley Racinko, and Logan Chapman. That's all the news we have for you today,
Tune into the Super Bowl this weekend.
or to the other alternative events.
Whatever you choose to do on Sunday, make it a fantastic weekend, MCA.
Program is brought to you in part by Family Home Medical located at 50 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel.